Well, the weather outside is frightful. At least the driveway is. We had an inch or a little inch and a half of sleet and then freezing rain, and yesterday we managed to scrape most of the sleet off, and the freezing rain had kind of gone down through, and now it's caused our driveway to be a icy pleasure. It's a little hard to tell. Let me see, I'm going to hold the camera what I think is about level, and that would be the downhill angle that we have. It's not steep by any means, but it's certainly steep enough to slide off to the into the yard with your car as you try to go down. Anyway, that's, you know, Merry Christmas. So I suppose it's time for an update for what's inside the garage, which is over this way. So, in the way of garage equipment, we've got these exhaust hoses. In the interest of not becoming asphyxiated when an engine was running in here, I probably bought more hose than I actually need, but I wasn't exactly sure where I was going to put it. I had some ideas that I would put make some sort of a, basically like a 2x12 or something, and poke some holes in it and push the exhaust out the window. Just open it part way and bring it down on the 2x12, but that seemed impractical, so I bit the bullet and drilled holes in the door and put these guys in. So now I can just shove the pipes out the garage doors. I made 2 of them because the Porsche has 2 exhaust pipes, as does Mercedes, so it's practical to just stick 2 of them on there. Other garage equipment, I got this nifty rolling table. As I don't know if I've made a big noise about things or not, but it's a tight space in here. I don't have, like, if you look at this back wall in the garage, it's pretty full of stuff. I mean, I stuff there's a rolling floor jack hiding underneath the toolbox, and here's all I can do for a air compressor. That's new too, as now that I think about it. I don't know if I talked about the air compressor, and then I have a hose reel hiding in there. And this is all because space is tight in this garage. There's not a lot of place to put stuff. So this I wanted to have some sort of a table that I could roll around with tools on it, or equipment, or parts as I was working underneath the car, and I really didn't have anything, and so I got this, and I will show you it setting up just in a little bit. But while I'm talking about the other garage equipment, I got some decorations. We got Mr. McQueen over here. Santa Claus present. Real nice. I can't wait to put that up. And our friend down the street gave me this as a little something to hang up in here too. So I'll put that up on the wall somewhere. It's kind of neat. Let's see if I remember how to do this. There's latches here, which I've unlatched already, one on each side. Then this lifts up, and it clicks in place down here. And this side lifts up and goes back. There's little pins here that are falling down, so you squeeze, and this comes down, and then it hooks on these hooks here. There we go. And it's locked in. And then this one flips all the way around and goes in here. Et voila! Voila! A nice running cart. Wheels are a decent size. They have brakes on them. It says Husky down there if you're wondering about brand. It's sturdy enough. It's decent gauge steel, good enough for me. And I can take parts and lay tools on top, things like that, instead of wondering where I left the last thing, or sticking them in my pocket, or putting them up on top of the lift where I can't see them. So that's the idea. Reassembly is the reverse of disassembly, as they say. The Elan is still, it's still a wonderful little car. I did a couple of late season get-togethers in it. There was a club, a local club, the Keystone British Car Club, had an event. I went to that with this, and then there was the local, there's a restoration shop near here, Ragtops and Roadsters, and they have, before we put them away, the last Sunday in November, oh no, it's the Sunday after Thanksgiving, that's it. So they go out and do a drive and just, get together and eat food and shoot the breeze, and I took it on that too. I'll put some, I think I have some pictures of each one, and I'll put a couple of those in here. Keystone British Car Club winery tour. It's a lot of interesting cars. There's the Elan. You'll see in this club there's quite a few very, very nicely restored cars. There's some definite we use them all the time type cars. A lot of variety, a lot of interesting vehicles at TVR. Renault Gordini, how many of them do you see in the US? I think maybe one. It might be a couple. There's the engine. Really pretty cars. That's the Alpha motor, which is always a pretty thing to look at. And there's the car. And then they have some oddball things like that one too. Before we put them away, tour at Ragtops and Roadsters over in Percy, Pennsylvania. Hey, and a Lotus Elan, what do you know? One of the cars they were working on there. These are first shots, or a couple of images from inside the shop. A lot of interesting cars there being worked on, and it's really neat because they let us wander around in there and look at them. And again, a lot of different and unusual cars that you see in on this tour. Just about a little bit of everything. I love that handbrake on that car. That's a Lincoln. Here we are out on the road. The tour itself is they basically go to a variety of covered bridges in the area, and there is one of them right there. It's being charged right now, so the trunk's open because the battery is in there, and charging cable going up. Don't exactly have a charging cable drop, and then the charger is hiding behind there. These are wheels, I think I showed those before. These are wheels for the Elan. I have them down. They're usually hiding up on there, up in the loft area. But they're out because I wanted to take some measurements. I was thinking about purchasing some wheels and wanted to compare the offsets and sizes and stuff to these, so I was taking measurements. So still there they sit, along with so many other projects that are halfway finished in this garage.